Welcome to Play Digital. Today we're looking at Blacksite Area 51, a military versus mutant first-person shooter. Now, there were some interesting ideas in the premise, with talk of subversive storylines and squad-based gameplay, and Harvey Smith of Deus Ex fame came on board to head up the development team, so there's quite a lot of expectation of a pretty good game here. But the absence of David Duchovny is just the first of this title's problems. Let's start by looking at gameplay, and believe me, it won't take long. Now, this is about as unsubtle as on-rails run and gun gets. It would be easier for a railway train to get lost than to lose your way in this game.
It looks like an accident. Someone hit the guardrail.
One of your squaddies tells you to just shoot at anything that moves, and that's pretty much what you do. This is broken up with some driving sections where you either drive one of the unflippable vehicles or man the mounted gun turret. Where they try to introduce variety, for example by mixing shooting and driving, it can get a bit cumbersome. If you're driving a vehicle without a gun, you'll need to hop in and out of the vehicle, and if you set one of your guys to man the turret, you'll occasionally have to do the same, as it never actually occurs to them to shoot at oncoming projectiles. Now, the game's website tells us that by commanding our squad, we can do complex tasks, but don't be fooled, this does not translate into interesting gameplay. You right bumper at large objective wheels when they appear in your path, and one of your guys will perform said complex task, such as opening the door or planting C4.
Do your men ever simply open doors, Captain Pierce?
The squad morale dynamic was a really cool idea, but actually it just serves to unbalance the game. If things aren't going well, or your guys don't feel that you're contributing enough, your team will lose morale and they'll become crap shots, freeze in their tracks, or even run away. So in effect, if you're not out there taking out all the enemies yourself, you have to get out there and take out all the enemies yourself. But this is far from being the most annoying thing about your squaddies. I think the main problem with this game is the scripting, which is rather confused. It takes sometimes amusing sideswipes at the American military and military politics, but at the same time, your squad is made up of rather offensive military caricatures.
Shoot anything that moves. Anybody could have a bomb strapped.
There are occasional funny lines, but in general their banter is stupid and annoying. Maybe making you lead a squad of prized dicks is supposed to be ironic, but it certainly doesn't give you any compelling reason to give a crap about your teammates or the objectives.
No! Open the door!
And the mutation stuff is all so conspiracy theory by numbers that you won't really feel the need to get to the bottom of it, as it can be taken as read.
Target eliminated. They're going down hard. Let's get out of here. We can figure out who that was later.
Now, Harvey Smith, who actually left midway over this title, has blamed poor scheduling for some of the bad reviews that Blacksite has received. And while I can see that running out of time is a reason, although not a valid excuse, for bugs, I can't see it as the cause for the banal run-and-gun gameplay or the uninspiring plot and script. It's not all bad. The shooting and weapons feel solid if unimaginative, the vehicles are very user-friendly, and the graphics are pretty good if you ignore the bugs and pretend it's late 2006. There's some cool X-Filesy music, and the monster design is good, if rather derivative. It's definitely not the worst shooter out there, but the real problem is that the console FPS genre is currently dominated by games like Halo 3, Half-Life 2, Call of Duty 4, and so this decidedly average title just doesn't even make an impression. It's not bad, it's just inconsequential. 3 stars.
Greetings, dear friends, it's Stephen here, and I just wanted to tell you about the new QI Interactive DVD, Strictly Come Dancing. It's simply the most outstanding DVD game you'll ever see. It's packed with jokes, incredible factoids, a hand called Leroy, and it features a chap called Alan Davis. Interesting? Quite so. Just click away. You know you want to.